Hello, my friends, and welcome back to English Podcast Horizon. Let me start with a question. What if you could speak fluent English without memorizing thousands of random words? What if you could talk confidently, travel anywhere, and share your thoughts clearly using only about 500 words? Sounds impossible, right? But it's not. It's absolutely achievable. And in this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how. Forget everything you've been told about learning English. Forget those long word lists, endless grammar drills, and boring exercises. Today, we're talking about the smart, simple, and effective way to master English faster than ever before. Now, most learners believe fluency means knowing a lot of words. They proudly tell me, I know over 3,000 English words. But then, when I ask something basic, like, what did you do yesterday? They freeze. They know the words, but they can't use them. It's like having a giant library, but not being able to read a single book. So, why does that happen? Because fluency isn't about how many words you recognize. It's about how quickly and naturally you can use the ones you already know. Linguists say the 500 most common English words make up around 65% of everyday conversations. Learn just another 500 and you're already close to 90%. That means if you study these words deeply, their sounds, their rhythm, and how they connect in real speech, you'll be ready for almost any daily situation. But here's what most learners do instead. They buy a big book called 4,000 Essential English Words. They underline, highlight, and translate everything. They can define fancy words like abundant, astonishing, and meticulous. But when someone casually asks, hey, what's up? They panic. The truth is, your brain doesn't store English word by word. It stores patterns, natural word groups that belong together. If you only learn take us to carry, you'll never sound natural. But when you learn real combinations like take your time, take care, or take responsibility, English starts to feel alive. Your brain and mouth remember those phrases together. That's the real difference between memorizing and mastering. But here's the catch. Many learners don't trust simplicity. They think if something feels easy, it can't possibly work. Most learners want long, complicated lessons because they feel like progress. But here's the truth. Complexity actually slows you down. When you simplify, you focus. And when you focus, your brain builds strong foundations. Think of it like building a house. If your base is weak, it doesn't matter how tall or beautiful the upper floors look. So don't underestimate short, easy sentences. They're your foundation stones. Once those are strong and steady, advanced English becomes effortless. Now, let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Choose your core words. Core means main, so pick the most important ones first. Start with a list, maybe the 500 most common English words, then personalize it. Make it fit your world. If you're a nurse, you'll need words like patient, hospital, medicine, and rest. If you love cooking, go for taste, chop, recipe, and boil. When you connect words to your real life, your brain remembers them better. Step 2. Learn in context. Never study a word in isolation. Instead of memorizing arrive means come to a place. Say, I usually arrive home at 6. Speak it. Hear it. Feel it. Record yourself if you can, and listen again. Every repetition makes your brain faster and more automatic. Step 3. Connect new words to old ones. Let's say you learn go, work, early, because traffic. You can easily build, I go to work early because of traffic. Then, tomorrow, add, train, and ticket. Now you can say, I go to work early because the train ticket is cheaper. See how naturally your vocabulary expands? You're not memorizing, you're creating. You're using real, personal English that reflects your life. Step 4. Once a week. Write or speak a short story using your words. It doesn't need to be long, just real. For example, yesterday I went to the supermarket. I bought fruit, bread, and milk. I walked home and cooked dinner. That's real English, built from real frequency. And let's be honest, learning a language isn't always easy. Some days you'll feel stuck or embarrassed. You'll doubt yourself or think you're not improving. But remember, every small step, every simple sentence is proof that you're growing. You might be thinking, I've studied for years, but I still speak too slowly. But here's the magic. The moment you focus on just 500 essential words, everything changes. The pressure fades away. You stop feeling like you're climbing a mountain, and suddenly it feels like you're walking a clear, simple path. Each small success builds confidence. When you order food correctly, understand a short video, or have a real conversation online, celebrate it. Those tiny wins prove that your brain is learning and growing. There's a famous idea called the 80-20th rule. It says that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your effort. In English learning, that 20% is your core vocabulary. Your 500 to 1,000 most useful words. Think of it like cooking. You might have hundreds of spices in your kitchen, but most recipes depend on salt, pepper, oil, and garlic. Those are your core ingredients. Once you know how to use them, everything tastes great. It's the same with English. Instead of trying to memorize thousands of words, focus deeply on the few that matter most. But remember, there's a difference between knowing a word and owning it. You know the word make when you can define it, but you own it when you can use it naturally in phrases like make breakfast, make money, make a mistake, make friends, make time. Make sense. Owning a word means your brain can use it automatically in real situations. Without hesitation, let's try it with another word, get. Get up, get ready, get better, get tired, get lost, get along, get back. Each phrase adds another layer of fluency. Native speakers live inside these natural combinations, and you can too. When you repeat these patterns daily, your brain starts to build what scientists call fluency pathways. At first, speaking feels slow, like walking through mud. But with repetition, that path becomes smooth and automatic. You stop translating. You just react. This is called automaticity, true fluency. It's the same process that lets you drive, type, or play piano without thinking about every single move. Language becomes muscle memory. That's why short, consistent daily practice beats long, irregular study sessions every single time. Consistency tells your brain, this is important. Keep it alive. Now, let's design a plan that actually works for you in the morning. Spend just 5 minutes reviewing the sentences you learned yesterday. Say them out loud while you make breakfast or get ready for the day in the afternoon. Take 5 minutes to listen to a short English clip, maybe a podcast or a video. Notice how often your core 500 words appear. Then, in the evening, tell a 1-minute story using those same words. Record yourself, listen back, and fix just one small thing. That's it. 15 minutes total. No pressure, no burnout, just a simple daily rhythm. If you keep this habit for 90 days, you'll feel your English transforming from the inside out. Because learning a language isn't only about memory or grammar. It's also about how you feel. Many learners feel anxious or slow. They think others speak better than me, or I make too many mistakes. That's completely normal. Everyone feels like that at some point, but here's the good news. This 500-word method helps you relax. It makes English small, clear, and easy to manage. You're not trying to learn everything at once. You're just learning a little bit every day. You know your plan. You're in control. Picture this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up. You already know what to do. Review 10 words, write one short story, and you're done. No confusion, no stress. You make your tea or coffee, open your notebook, and start. You read your words, say them out loud, and write a few sentences. After 10 minutes, you smile because you've already improved. That small success gives you energy. You start to enjoy English again. You see real progress and think, I can actually do this. Day by day, your fear gets smaller. Your confidence grows. You stop saying my English is bad and start saying, my English is getting better. That's the emotional shift when English starts to feel light, natural, and even fun. Now, here's the exciting part. Once you've mastered your first 500 words, everything begins to connect. When you listen to movies or podcasts, you suddenly understand more. You recognize familiar words, and your brain feels proud. Almost happy. You stop translating. You just understand. And new words become easier too. You start to guess meanings naturally because your foundation is solid. You already understand how English works. It's like rolling a snowball. At first, it's small and takes effort to move. But as you keep rolling, it gets bigger and faster until it almost rolls by itself. Learning English works the same way. In the beginning, progress feels slow. But once your base is strong and your rhythm is steady, everything speeds up. You stop studying English and start living it. You start living in English. You scroll through Instagram and suddenly understand a post without translating. You listen to a song, and this time you actually catch the words. You think in English while you're cooking, walking, or even daydreaming. Sometimes you might even dream in English. That's when you know your snowball is rolling on its own, growing every day. And all you need to do is keep it moving. Now, imagine yourself 1 year from today. It's 2026. You wake up and check your phone. There's a message in English. You read it easily and reply, "Good morning. I hope you're doing well." You don't translate. You just write, later that day, you travel to another country. You walk into a cafe and say, "Hi, can I get a cup of coffee, please?" The waiter smiles, and you understand everything he says. On your way out, you ask someone, "Excuse me, where's the station?" They answer, and you understand perfectly. You smile and say, "Thank you so much." That's real fluency. Not perfect grammar, not big vocabulary lists, but confidence, connection, and calm at night. You watch a short English video. You understand the main idea. You laugh at the jokes. You don't feel lost anymore. That's what happens when you keep building your 500 to 1,000-word foundation. You start to feel free, confident, and relaxed. English stops being scary. It becomes your friend. You'll use it to talk to people, learn new things, and explore the world. That's what I call the fluency reward, the big gift you receive after many small, consistent steps. You might not notice progress every single day, but it's growing quietly, deeply, inside your mind. And one morning, you'll realize, I can speak English now. But before you begin, let's talk about a few common mistakes many learners make, so you can avoid them from day one. Mistake number 1. Learning words from lists. Many learners memorize hundreds of isolated words, but they forget them quickly. Always learn words inside real sentences. Don't just memorize arrive means come to a place. Instead, say, I arrive home at 6. Mistake number 2. Not speaking enough. Some learners wait until they feel ready. But the truth is, if you wait too long, you'll never start. You learn to speak by speaking. Talk to yourself in English. Say what you're doing. I'm cooking dinner. I'm washing the dishes. These small daily moments are perfect practice. Mistake number 3. Studying too many words. 10 words a day are enough. It's better to know 10 words deeply than 50 words you'll forget tomorrow. Use them in different ways. Mix them. Play with them. Make them yours. Now, let's begin together. When this episode ends, take a small notebook or open a note on your phone. Write down 10 common English words. Here's an example list. Go. Let's take a few simple words. Go do. Have, get, want, people, time, and good. Now, make one short paragraph using them. For example, today was a good day. I got up early and had breakfast with my family. I went to work and met some new people. The day went by fast, but I felt happy. Now, read your paragraph out loud 3 times, slowly, clearly. You'll notice how much smoother it feels after the 3rd round. Tomorrow, add 5 new words. Maybe lock, rain, busy, tired, and late. Then make a new short paragraph with those. Do this every day for 50 days. It's simple, but incredibly powerful. After those 50 days, you won't just know more than 500 words. You'll have used them in your own real-life stories, and that means they'll stay in your mind forever. Now, here's why this method works, even from a scientific point of view. Every time you complete a small goal, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. It's your brain's way of saying, good job. That felt great. Let's do it again. That's why short, simple daily goals are so effective. When you finish learning 10 words and write a small paragraph, your brain celebrates. You feel proud. You want to do it again tomorrow? Soon, English stops feeling like hard work. You stop forcing yourself to study. You start wanting to study. So when you complete your small English task today, smile. You've just made your brain stronger, happier, and more fluent. Because fluency isn't only about language. It's about freedom. The freedom to travel, to connect with people, to work anywhere, and to express yourself with confidence and without fear. And when you realize that kind of freedom can start with just 500 words, you'll understand how powerful small steps really are. So, my friend, here's your invitation. Start today. Pick your 10 English words. Create one short paragraph. Read it aloud. Tomorrow, add more. In just a few weeks, you'll feel English flowing naturally, smoothly, confidently, and freely. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of English Podcast Horizon. If today's episode inspired you, share it with a friend who's learning English too. And don't forget to follow our channel for more slow, clear, and powerful English lessons every week. Until next time. Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep growing with English Podcast Horizon. See you soon.